Hello everybody and welcome back to yet another car wash collection video. I'm here at my car wash, site number 2, bay number 4. We are going to go to both car washes today and collect all of the money out of the self-serve bays and all of the money out of the touch-free bays and the vacuums, and we'll see what we had for the week. I've got my bucket, I've got my keys. So let's start here at site number 2, bay number 4. We'll do all the self-serve bays and we'll do the automatics, and we'll go on to site number 1 and see what we got there. So let's get started. Like I said, this is definitely the slowest bay, but a good indicator of what might be in other bays, so let's see. Not the best, not the worst, but it's a start. So there we go. First drop in the bucket. Let's go on to the next one and see what we got. This bay was actually only open for a few days this week because we were finishing the install of these panels like you've seen in my other videos, and it's all done. We opened it up on Saturday, so it did get a few days of revenue, and also it just isn't used that much because it's hidden, but that's okay. It's a good start. I feel like we're going to be a lot better in the rest of the bays. And it rained today again, so I'm sure the rest of this week's going to be killer, just like the previous 6 days were. Super busy, self-serve and automatic, super busy. So we've got that in the bucket. Let's go on to the next bay and see what we got. I'll be honest, that was kind of a weak stack for bay number 4, but let's see what we got. We're at site 2, bay 1 now, and let's see. Okay, that's a little better. Let's get her out of there. Not too shabby. Well, it's definitely better for bay 1. Let's move on to bay 2 and see what we've got here. You know, it really depends. It just depends on the week. Some people pay cash for some reason, 1 week more than the next, and some people pay card. It really just depends. But I know we had heavy card transactions this week, so bay number 2 looking pretty solid. Let's take it out of there so you can get a good view of it. Nice. She's heavy too. I like that feeling. Get her out of there. That's what we like to see. Alright, into the bucket you go. Boom. On to the next. Alright, so we're starting to build a stack here, but we only have one more self-serve bays and 2 automatics and vacuums and the vending machine and the change machine. I guess that's more than just a couple of things, but let's see what bay 3 has here, site number 2. Oh, a little weaker here, but maybe more card transactions. I guess you'll have to find out at the end of the video. Well, since you're here now, you might as well comment and tell me, what do you think? Did I make more money this week, or did I make more money last week? You saw the video last week, or take a look, then come back to this one and tell me if you think I made more this week or last week. So here we go, bay number 3. We're looking alright for now, but we're going to head over to the automatics. We're going to collect those, see what we're looking like, and like I said before, we're going to upgrade the automatics at this site soon, hopefully within the next 2 or 3 months. I think we're going to knock it out of the park at this location with a new touchless automatic. I think we're going to make at least $50,000 to $60,000 more per year if we put that new automatic in. So let's collect the automatics now and see what we got. For the automatics, and open them up. Oh, better than last week, that's for sure. Let's get you out of there. Nice little stack. Let's see what the contents are. 5, nice. 10, nice. A lot of 5s and a lot of 10s and a couple 20s mixed in there, so not too shabby. Like I said, I expect these to explode once we upgrade them. Alright, automatic number 2. I'm going to get down to the level of this thing so we can see a little better. And another decent stack. Let's see what's in there. 5s, 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 a lot of 5s, a lot of 10s, and some 20s. Good. Not too bad for cash in the automatics. Again, a lot of people pay on card here too. So let's go to the change machine and the vending machine and see what we have there. Alright, I'm in bay 4 because it was pretty loud in the pump room right now. So this is what I pulled out of the change machine. Pretty good, but let me show you something. 20s, and 10s and 5s kind of make sense for the change machine. 5s I don't think make sense very much because all of the bays here take 1s and 5s for cash. So look how many 1s and 5s are stuffed in here. I don't get it. People might not read or something, but there's signs, there's notices on the change machine. It says that the bays take 1s and 5s, yet people are still stuffing their 1s and 5s in here when they could just save the time and put them directly in the bay. Why don't you tell me why that is? I don't know. Maybe they can't read, but in either way, that looks pretty good. So that's from the change machine. Rant over. That's it for location number 2. Now we're going to go to location number 1, collect there, and see what we've got. As you can see, it's not looking too bad here, but we'll count it up and see how it is. Again, like I said, let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think this is more than last week? I'm not sure. It might be close, but I guess we'll have to see at the end of the video. Alright everybody, we're at site number 2 now, bright and early the next day. Let's see what we got, starting with the automatic, number 1, the touchless automatic. Nice, looking pretty good. Now I know this is going to be a good stack. This is where we get a lot of 20s. They're all over the place. It's looking good, so a really good start to site number 2. Last week site number 2 is lacking, but this week I think we're going to do a little better, so let's get started. Alright, we're at automatic number 2. Let's see what we got. Another good stack. People are definitely paying more with credit card in the automatics. It's like 70-30, so to see a stack like this and like that in the automatics means it was a really good week, because the other portion of this that was credit card sales is going to be pretty high. We'll detail that at the end of the video, but as you can see, people always tell me, no one ever spends 20s at a car wash. Well, when your wash prices are that high, a lot of people spend 20s at the car wash. So into the bucket we go, and on to the self-serve bays at site number 2. Alright, now for the self-serve bays, and it's ultra sunny here in the morning, but it feels nice. Oh, that's a good one. Almost full. These are always kind of difficult to pull out. Nice. That's looking good. Into the bucket you go. This site is the site that we've had for about 4 years now. I would say it's averaged like 10,000 a week in the last 2 years after we've done a lot of upgrades, so that's pretty good for self-serve. Plus or minus that though, so obviously it fluctuates during the week, but let's see what we got here in self-serve number 2. A little weaker, but still a pretty nice stack. So let's get that one in the bucket. Alright, 2 more bays to go here at site number 2. Looking pretty good. Kind of similar to bay number 2. Pretty good stack. Alright, 1 more to go, then we'll do some vacuums and keep collecting. Alright, last one. The last bay, the least used bay. Just as expected, not super full, but actually pretty good for the last bay. I'm not going to record collecting every single vacuum, but I'm going to do them really quick, put them in the bucket, and I'll show you what we got at the end, because there's usually not so much in the vacuum, so if I just compile it all and show you, you'll get a good idea. There we have it. That's all the coin from the vacuums, and here's all the cash from the vacuums. So all we have left here at site 2 is to collect the self-serve bay coins and the change machine. So I'll go do that really quick, and then we'll head back, and we're going to count all of this on camera this time so you can see me counting it, and we'll get a total for the week. Site 1, site 2, cash sales and credit card sales. Get a total for the week, and we'll see how we did. I wasn't planning on showing you guys the coin collection because it's just tedious, but there was quite a bit in here, so I thought you'd want to see. This guy is heavy. And we're going to have 4 of these to go. So that's quite a bit of coin. So good sales all around. Cash, coin, and card. Let's go on to the next one. Well, the time has finally come. We've collected all of the cash from both car washes. We've got a pile from site number 1. We've got a pile from site number 2. We're going to count it up with my Amazon money counter right here in real time. I'm going to write it down, then we're going to total up at the end, see how much money we made this week from 2 car washes, cash right here, and credit card sales to come after this. We'll total it up and see what the total revenue was for what seems to me was a busy week. Alright, so I'm going to get the Sharpie ready, and we're going to start with site number 2. So let's go with the 20s, and of course, we're going to have some issues. 7 times 2, that's 14. Add a 0, 140 in 20s. Might seem rough. I don't have a fancy money counter. I have to total it up separately. 22 tens, that's $220. Now let's go for the longer part. We're going to add it up. 5s. Let's go. 134 5s. Now, I'm good at math, but I'm not that good at math. So 134 times 5, $670 in 5s. And let's do the 1s. That should be easier. Grab these 1s. This money counter has lasted 4 years from Amazon. Really impressive. Maybe I'll get a better one eventually, but for now, this works fine. So 144 there. $288. Pretty slow in cash here. And 438. So bear with me while I add it up, because like I said, I'm doing this in real time so you guys see how it is. 140 plus 220 plus 670 plus 438. That's $1,468 from site number 2. Alright, let's do site number 1. So that was site number 2. Now we're going to do site number 1. That's the pile of cash. Let's get started. 20s. 44. That was 880. I already wrote it down. So pretty good. Looking better for sure. Let's go in with the 10s. Uh-oh. Didn't separate them. My process is a little longer because I do like to separate it first and then count it up. It makes me feel better. I don't know why. I think the bank appreciates it. I hope the bank appreciates it. 10s. 26 10s, $260. And I don't know why I keep closing that. But let's go to 5s. $172 5s. Now I'm good at math again, not that good. 172 times 5, 860 in 5s. All right, and last but not least, the 1s. I don't think I have to do any math with that. I hope I don't. $154. Couple more stacks to go. $295, and this is adding it up, by the way. I wish it worked the other way, but that's just the world we live in. People do not pay cash very much anymore. Can we get to 600? Can we do it? Can we get to 600? Oh, 601. Perfect. 601 for 1s. 601. Quick math. 880. 260. 860. 601. 2,601. As you can see, a big difference for site number 1. Now, site number 1, $2,600 in cash. Site number 2, $1,468 in cash. Let's pull out the next sheet and see what we did in credit card sales and get a total revenue for this past 7 days. All right, let's do it. Total revenue for the week. So site number 1, credit card sales, $6,969. Cash sales, $2,601. Let's add it up. 6,969 plus 2,601. Site number 1, $9,570 in revenue. Pretty good. All right, site number 2. We had $3,560 in credit card sales, and we had $1,468 in cash sales. That is $5,028. Now, $5,028 plus $9,570 is a total revenue for the week of $14,598 for 7 days at 2 self-serve car washes. That's 8 self-serve bays total and 4 automatic bays, 2 sites. Site number 1 we've had for a while. Site number 2 is a new site that we're remodeling, but still pretty good either way for a total week's revenue of this week's collection, $14,598. So there we have it. Like I said, total revenue, 2 car washes, $14,598, but I forgot a big factor, and I told you earlier in the video I was going to collect the quarters, but I didn't write it down. So in 25-cent pieces, we had $1,000, so that brings our total revenue to $15,598 for 2 car washes for the entire week. $1,000 definitely helps that total. That's a pretty good week. So if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. I'm going to try to put out these types of collection videos every single week, and you can take a look at my shorts as well. I've got a lot of short form videos there talking about the car wash business. So I hope you join me in this journey owning car washes. Thanks for watching.